Hi, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. Yeah, I thought I'd talk a little bit about something I'm working on these days, which is to glue my shoulder blades to my back ribs, kind of like that. It's really good if I do it in conjunction with the long spine. So I think long spine, and then low and down shoulder blades. Just using my shoulder stabilizer muscles to just gently hold the shoulder blade to my ribs. It's kind of the root or the foot of the arm, right? The part of the arm that's closest to the ground. So if the shoulders are loose and a little floaty here, if you've got a big gut and some low body strength and some decent alignment, you can get by with that. You can kind of go here and, do your kick like that. But my proportions have changed recently. I've gotten a little bit more muscle up above the upper body. I've lost a little bit of belly, getting a little bit older. I've always had ankle and foot issues, and so I got my limbs, my zero drop shoes, which are great, which I just love. And I found this one day, it really helped my balance, and I started using it throughout the form. So if my default is here, I want to do long spine, low shoulders there. It's just slightly back and slightly down, stable, attached to my body. So there's sort of a balance chain and a power chain, legs, core, arms. And firming up this part of the connection has been really, really helpful for me. Particularly notice it in the kicks. Not sure I can do it here on the spot, but what I used to do would be, like I'd be soft and loose in my arms here, and I would open to my kick like that, which is nice if everything's just so. I felt like I was stacking rocks, like almost stacking rocks on, like making a cairn or like a stack of rocks. But if it was a little bit off, then it would be kind of shaky. And what I find is, like, before I do the kick, I just lengthen my spine, lower the shoulder blades, cross here, maybe a tiny bit of a lean forward, and then I can do it nice and slow, and I can repeat it, and I cannot lose my balance. I can do it like that. Even a fairly difficult kick, like a slow sweep to lotus, like this, I'm pressing down here. I imagine someone's trying to lift my elbows, and I gently push down on them so they don't lift. Keep that pressure there. Stable, kick, and back. Still have my balance. Stable, here, connected. This is not loose and floppy, this is firm. Then I lift, straighten, sweep, and back. Almost where I started. A little hard to do on the spot. And the sun's in my eyes, and this whole thing slants down that way. So anyway, something to play with. I do it all the time now. I do it when I step, long spine, low shoulders. I do it when I finish, long spine, low shoulders. I do it at the end of every movement. It's really a bone level adjustment. I'm using too much strength to do it because it's new, and I'm going to keep doing that until it's kind of second nature, and then I'll probably relax it more. But I'm just finding in the kicks, like right when I get there, if I imagine someone's trying to lift my elbows, and I press down a little bit, I'm still loose and relaxed here. I'm just not released back there. I'm not released on the back side of the shoulder. The back side of my shoulder is firm. Front side's plenty loose. Arms plenty loose. I can come to the kick here, sit, open, and kick. And I feel stable here. If I loosen this, then all of a sudden I feel more wobbly. So I'm giving up a little bit of that looseness, but not a lot. I can still suspend my joints. I can still relax here on one leg, still do all this stuff. It's just that my arms are rooted in the back. So I'm not letting that part go all crazy. I'm keeping that part firm. And then from there, all kinds of kicks and things are possible. All kinds of balance and things come out of that, as long as I've got that. And I noticed in my striking with pads, if I brace my arm a little bit in the back and then fire from there, it really brings my body into the strikes much, much better than if that's all loose and relaxed like this. It's relaxed like that, not like that. So a nice little stabilizing practice. I particularly do it when I step, because there's a tendency to lean forward or float up a little bit. So sit, long spine, low shoulders. Then go to the next movement. And especially with kicks. During this part right here, I imagine someone's lifting those elbows and I push them down a little bit. And there. It's just a bit. It's just enough to engage that. It's work. Definitely the lats and shoulder stabilizers. I'm probably using too much muscle, as I say. I'm using enough that I really feel like I'm doing it. And then gradually I'll use less and less and it'll become more second nature. So something you might want to play with. Glue your shoulder blades to the backs of your ribs. And I do it anytime I notice. Anytime I notice my arms, or anytime I notice my chest, I do it. So I do it all day long to some degree, but especially in the form, because that's where I'm anchoring my posture. Look, any correction I make, I anchor it in the form, because I have so many repetitions of the movements, and it's a good place to add something new. And then hopefully it just becomes second nature, and it's the way you stand and the way you move and the way you be. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can also support my little channel directly, because I have a PayPal link down below in the description of all my videos. I don't have commercials on these videos. I'm not big enough, and I probably never will be, and I don't really like commercials on videos anyway. So if you'd like to support me, no donation is too big or small. Everything's appreciated. Thanks very much.